We're all meant to give ourselves as a permanent, exclusive self-gift, which is the most fulfilling form of love, as our Lord shows us. And in college, as I saw people start to get into relationships, my heart went, oh, I'm for that too. But in what way? And so as I began to pray, I uncovered something that surprised me, that I had a great desire for consecrated life. And as I continued to explore that desire and look into religious orders, which is sort of the easiest way to find consecrated life for women in the US, people who knew me said, I thought that God wanted you to be a doctor. Maybe you should look into consecrated virginity. And I said, what? That does not sound like something I'm interested in, because I want faithfulness, I want the Eucharist, I want obedience. And they said, I think you should talk to a few consecrated virgins before you dismiss it out of hand. And I said, nah, and I dismissed it out of hand. And then 6 months later, I came back to it, because that's the way the will of God works. Even if you try and go on a different path, as long as you're open to God's will, He will put you back in the right place. And He did, and I did. And I learned that consecrated virginity is a very old, faithful form of consecrated life that exists now and is a way that you can become a saint. Consecrated virginity is beautiful for many reasons, but the primary one is Christ. The consecrated virgin is wed to and strives to imitate the poor, chaste, and obedient Christ, who lived himself with the great gift of virginity, giving himself completely to God the Father in obedience. And he lived among a house of virgins with Our Lady and Saint Joseph. And this is the life that we all pray to attain to resemble Christ our spouse, both in his simplicity, in his prayer, in his virginity, and also in his suffering, his passion and death. This vocation is only available to women because the consecrated virgin becomes an image of the Church as spouse of Christ. The primary spirituality is to be a bride of Christ. It's not to do any particular work or fulfill any particular mission, since these can be very different between virgins. Consecrated virginity is a very old vocation, but it's ancient and new, as the Church needs consecrated virgins now in the present time, perhaps more than before.